Do you not own For Honor? Yeah, check for an update. Hmm. You know, I just realized when I loaded into this, I actually got really excited because I recently watched like the entirety of Game of Thrones. So I was like, oh yeah, hold up, I'm kind of here with the medieval. Have you seen Game of Thrones? Oh. No, I've seen it all. Literally, I've seen all the Game of Thrones story. Oh no, Pablo Pascal, was that his name? That was my dad was fucking taken back. He loves Pedro Pascal, dude. Ever since he watched The Last of Us, he's like, oh. Mhm. Yeah. Well, that was like before that was before he was in The Last of Us, you know. Yeah. But you know, also what's funny? The girl that plays Ellie in The Last of Us is also in that show. Funny enough. Yeah. So maybe the people they're like, ooh, get those two. They just made. They're like, get them in. I was actually kind of glad when he died because like the Mountain was actually my favorite character. Like I was like, yes, big guy with sword, he could be cool. Yeah, but that's why he's so good because he's an unstoppable force. He's an actual nemesis. Mountain is still my favorite character. I stand by it because the fight between the Mountain and the dog that was sick, man. That was my favorite part, honestly. I'm insane for it, and I know it's weird, but he's such a villain. You know, you love to hate him. Whenever he walks in, it's like, oh shit, it's the Mountain. You know what I'm saying? He's got this energy. What if I invite you? Can you join via the invite? Oh, okay. Mhm. Ooh. What the hell? You come back, you want to play you. You can't. Wow, the disrespect. Yeah. Imagine that, honestly. Terrible. Truly. Barons, yeah. I bet that's happened like 100 times by now, surely. Surely it's happened a bunch of times. Yep. They came back. No For Honor. No For Honor. They like, listen, boy, you will play For Honor once a week and win a match to not fuck up my MMR. You will only win. You will not lose. If you lose, I'll know. I'll look at the. Yeah. Just play against the AI a couple rounds every now and again. You know what I'm saying? Just keep the account like active. Like join a faction or something. Switch factions or whatever. Be samurai, you fucking weeb. What game? Uh-huh. I have not heard of that one, I don't think. What's it about? Oh. So is it like a custom campaign thing?
You captured Zone A. Pushing them back.
A little.
You captured Zone C.
You know, honestly, I don't think I've ever played like a battle strategy game. I think that's the one type I've never played before. Yeah.
You captured Zone A.
Speaking of executions. Yeah, well, I'm just doing the tutorial because it said 89% complete, and I'm waiting on you. I was like, I haven't completed the tutorial. Let me finish this real quick. Mm-hmm. You can always main someone else. I'm saying if it resets your progress, you know, you can just play someone else instead. Like maybe some weeb character or Orochi. The guy I'm playing right now, Raider. Lord, Daddy. I don't even know who. You mean Lawbringer? Is that his name?
You captured Zone A. Enemy team is breaking.
Mm-hmm. Careful. The last thing you need is to break your equipment next.
The enemy rally.
It doesn't have crossplay. They should add that. We tried playing it, remember, and it was like, oh, no crossplay. And it was like, get the fuck out of here. Come on. Where's the crossplay? That was good. And you know, they improved the multiplayer in the second one. Yep. They got a bunch of DLC. You would say it was dying light. The light died. I don't know what joke I was trying to make there.
Enemy team is breaking.
I swear the outfits were better in the original game. None of the outfits were good.
Captured Zone C. You lost Zone A.
Also, honestly, I missed the guns. Like, I really forgot how good the guns were in the first one, because they really added like a whole like new like ranged experience. Like you could blow shit up from a distance. You know, it was cool. There was a bow in the original. There was a crossbow too. Oh, well, there's a crossbow in the second one, but I never unlocked it because I went full survivor route.
You captured Zone A.
Mm-hmm.
Victory.
You just have to be in Epic Games member. You get free games for having. Damn, that does sound good. Yeah, I've heard about that one. It's very like slow paced. You know, you got to get immersed. And you're like, your guy sucks in the beginning. Can't do nothing. I've seen the intro where like, you know, your whole village gets burned down and stuff, and it's like, I feel like the problem with the intro is that you should. I almost don't like introducing the villain too early in games. Is that just me? I like a twist villain. I think the problem is that they need to do something different. They need to have a nemesis and then a main villain. They should have someone that the main character fights all the time, and then someone who's the main character is dealing with, like the goal-oriented villain. And like the nemesis and the villain, I feel like they're too much like the same thing. They shouldn't be the same thing. In fact, the nemesis should be like from a different group, because that would make it interesting. Just hire us. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm kind of a creative writer. I just talk ideas. Yeah, yeah. Talk ideas, and they're like recording. They're like, write that down. Write that down. You know. So if Sony's listening right now, they should like they listen in the parties, right? So I mean, surely they're gonna next game they make, they're gonna listen to us. Surely. Like, where's our fucking payment for this? This is good ideas. Hmm. Let's maybe Dying Light 2. What's a plotline you would have liked to have seen in Dying Light 2 that wasn't tapped? You know, the guy just kind of won at the end. Hmm. It reminded me of the ending of the first game. Yeah, the end was like, it was like the end of the DLC. It was like you just go sicko mode and like there's like no challenge. You're in your ultimate form. I thought they'd do something interesting where maybe you'd get the choice to like either go full monster mode on them or have play it out normally, but that like changes the ending. But no, they didn't do that. I thought that's what they were building up to. Like a final choice: do you just slaughter everyone in the room or do you try and save some people? That like didn't matter at all. I'll be honest. I think I ended up like accidentally siding with the renegades at the end anyway. I'll be honest, because it was like, oh, renegades. Yeah, I didn't even know how I did it. I just didn't kill their leader, and then that was apparently me siding with them. I was like, oh, this guy seems cool. Don't kill him. There goes me again, siding with the fucking psychopath. Hmm. Yeah. I went through it with like, I was like, I want to do this, but if something else happens, I'm just gonna run with it. You know what I mean? That's how I went through. I never reloaded the save because of someone dying or anything like that. Though no one really died that I necessarily cared about. Like I think my one main death was like this guy who's I forgot his name honestly. I forgot everything about him. He was like the guy like the fish eye, the main guy there. He died, and I was like, oh no. There was only two characters I cared about in the whole game. I'll be honest. There was the main chick, but I actually liked Anton. Was that his name? Artyom? No, I don't know. I don't know his name because no, I forgot his name. He like jumped. Because one thing about him is that he was in game. Like ex-boyfriend, like the guy, the tutorial guy. I liked him. Hmm. He Also, he was the only guy that you actually spent time with in game. It wasn't just a cutscene talking to him. You jump around with him, and he's like, oh, and you talk to him and stuff. Like, I feel like they should have done that with like almost every character, like almost. Hmm. Yeah, at nighttime I just kind of like honestly I don't know if I slept once in the whole game. I must have slept sometimes to like fast forward it to nighttime. That's must what and all I fast forward did time. I mean, if you compare Kyle Crane to Aiden Pierce or whatever his fucking name was, I just prefer, like, they sound the same and they look the same. But Kyle Crane has more of a personality for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it was because he was, like, pretending to be a normal survivor. Maybe that was it. Because, you know, he was, like, with the GRE and stuff, and he's like, this bitch is fucking corrupt. Yeah. Oh my god, that stupid fucking kid! Like, oh my god, I love that part. That was the good acting there. Aiden, I'm feeling like nothing from Aiden. I didn't like his only goal is to find his sister, and then I feel like he doesn't care about anyone else. And why should I care? If he doesn't care, why should I care? He murdered like a bunch of people to tell someone that he doesn't want to murder him. Like, am I misremembering that part? But isn't there like part right at the end of like Act 1 or whatever, where you charge through a bunch of survivors and you murder like a deaf dumb guy just to talk to the leader of the survivors and be like, I'm your friend. I just killed all of your allies, but I am your friend. It doesn't make sense. I felt like I was on a... Like... yeah. Especially, okay, one thing I liked, right? The pacing was actually pretty good. When it came to the buildings in the second map, I actually was pretty surprised by that. I'll be honest. I was like, oh, what? Okay, this is how this is gonna go? Interesting. And also, when I first got the paraglider, like, the freedom I felt jumping off of a building and then just going like, shoo, and then you're fine. Like, I actually felt that. That was cool. The grapple was way better. Yep. I honestly tried to use the paraglider, like, a little. Like, only, like, never, essentially. So I could, like, focus on the grapple hook. Because the grapple hook is way more challenging and more, like, satisfying to use. Because the paraglider is a bit too easy, I think. Also, one thing, okay, another dislike, I don't like how they nerfed the kick, where you can only do it when you're blocking now. I liked being able to kick whenever I wanted in the first game. And the ragdolls weren't as good, I think, for the zombies. Like, they did a lot, yeah. They didn't feel as, like, you know, when someone fell off a building, it didn't feel as impactful as it did in the first game. Yeah. But it's very physics based in the first game, yeah. In the second game, they've got like a stagger animation where they like float in the air for like a couple like milliseconds before they fall. Oh, for sure. Ragdoll always looks better, honestly. Like, you know, Outlast, this one game, there's a scare in that where they drop a body down a well and it's Ragdoll, and it's honestly makes it so much better. They did like a video. I don't know if I'm making this up. I think there was a video where they like the devs were like, oh, well, we were gonna do an animation of this, but we kept like accidentally dropping it with physics, and it always kept looking better. We kept like comparing it to like they kept comparing it to like the physics version, and they were like, we can't top that. Let's just have it be physics. I don't know if I'm making that up. Don't quote me on that. Yeah. It makes it feel a bit more unique. You don't mind a second playthrough because you're like, I wonder what the Ragdoll's going to do this time. Adds some value to replayability. Makes you think what these fucking testers are doing. I'm wondering if they found that glitch, but they kept it in just because it was funny. Have they fixed that or not? They shouldn't. Good. Well, because no normal person would do that, like would purposely set something on fire in their first playthrough. So they'd only be doing that if they were like experimenting, and they'd be pleasantly surprised to see it and get a good laugh when they see the cutscene just on fire. There's certain things where you leave it in because, well, no one on their first, that's not going to ruin anyone's playthrough. The only people who are going to find that are going to be people purposely going out their way to like fuck with the game. There's certain limits to how fine you can tune a game before it's like you're getting boring now. Like you're getting rid of all the interesting glitches. Would have been funny. Sometimes they turn a glitch into an Easter egg. I think they're like, oh, that's cool. Let's make that an Easter egg. What are you doing? You cannot escape this. There is no escape. Backrooms. Backrooms. Backrooms Easter egg. Whenever you glitch out of bounds, it puts you in the backrooms. And then it just sends something to go kill you real quick, and there's nothing you can do. You can't kill it. You can't outrun it. It's just like... It's like, oh, you bugging the game out? How's this feel, fucker? Even if it wasn't on purpose. Someone playing the game like late at night, like accidentally walks through a wall, and then like it's like, what the fuck? Turn off the console, turn off the operating system, turn off everything, uninstall the game. It's like Minecraft or something. It's like some kids game, yeah. And they put like a full monster. I'm talking like werewolf or something cool, you know? I don't know. You know what? You always got to get the footsteps right. If you can't hear it chasing you, then there's no point. If you could just hear it and you can't hear the footsteps, delete the game. Honestly, the footsteps make it. When you hear the steps, like before you hear it, it's like, oh, I'm gonna, like, this is it. This is where it ends. Yeah. When you hear the footsteps and then you hear the stream, that's when you truly... Honestly, jump scares need to do this more. They need to give you time to get scared. I watched like this old Resident Evil movie, like the first one, and a scare actually got me because they gave me like... It like appeared behind the window, behind the character, and then it like smashed through it, right? And they played the jump scare noise. But it was like silent. It was like you could see it come up, and it was like, what the fuck? That was great, I thought. I was like, that actually good scare. Mix it up a little, you know? Yeah, I don't think I've gotten scared watching a movie once. I get more scared playing multiplayer games, honestly. Like shooters. Than playing actual horror games. Let me look. I might give it a gander. I may give it a gander. How's your update doing? Oh, did you download Roblox? It's got a copy. The PS5 doesn't do that. It doesn't do no more copying. Yeah. That's nice. Really wish we got another game to play instead of just being like, oh, For Honor, yeah, we'll play that. Clueless. Installed. I mean, I can real quick install. I have one of those. Let me install those real quick. You want to play Gang Beasts like with randoms? Yeah, we'll team. Make it like really obvious that we're just just two people playing the game. I'm actually 100% this game. I forgot about that. I played 40 hours of this. Jesus Christ, what did I do? I don't even know what I do. I didn't even know what I did in this game. Oh, I played it with my no, I played it with my parents. This one, we love this game. Hmm. I felt that. Hmm. Yeah, you're not liable. Dorian. Hmm. Listen, I won't snitch. I will not snitch. Yeah, that happened to me as well. We went to the mainland to meet my grandparents, and I went to this party of one of my dad's friends, right? And it was me, and then a bunch of like old ass people, and then a bunch of kids. And you know what I did? I fucking babysitted. That's what I did. I gathered all the kids up, and we played like tag and shit, and we had a great time, man. I carried that party. I'll be honest. Everyone else was being boring as fuck. Mhm. Uh huh. Mhm. Mhm. Keep it simple. Oh, yeah, by the way, my dad's friend, who was it was like a birthday party for him. He looks like Brendan Fraser, by the way. I forgot about that. I would tell me like, you look like Brendan Fraser. I know you. And it's like, I'm not Brendan Fraser. And he's like, he just does look like Brendan Fraser, bro. He literally does. And you know what's, I love Brendan Fraser. I love The Mummy. Have you ever seen The Mummy? It's great. Yeah, look up like a clip. No idea. Do not ask me. Yeah, it sucks. Hmm. No, actually, not yet. I know of it. I knew of it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I didn't even realize it was Brendan Fraser, to be honest. Mm. No, he doesn't. He was on the front cover, and I didn't notice. I didn't recognize him, which is ironic because I think it's ironic that I don't recognize him, but then some random guy who just happens to look like, a little bit like him, I'm like, oh, you're Brendan Fraser. Seems emotional. Alright, my game beast is done. Let me go on that.